Okay,
I just
that's
want
good
to
to know.
point out that Kolento didn't have the recombinator in his priest last time he brought it. We'll see if he brings it.
Well, it's starting up, and Orange has
Yep.
kind of a decent hand, I would say.
Yeah, Wild Growth is
Kind
actually
of.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, Walgurt's very combo is sweet. Lotab is sweet, but he doesn't have any cards to start things with. He doesn't have 4-drop, he doesn't have Azure Drakes.
And Kolento's found the injured Blade Master with Circle of Healing. That's got to be one of the best stars you can get against Druid, I think.
Yeah,
Or against
pretty
anyone,
much,
in fact, but against Druid, it's especially strong.
pretty much the perfect start as the priest player, because it's like pretty much impossible for Druid to deal with it unless they have a Sylvanas on turn 6, perhaps.
Or
This could
Innervated.
be turn 5. That Orange's hand, though, he has Force Nature, Savager, Sagitar. That,
Don't worry,
didn't get
Emperor
any
Thorsten's
better.
around the corner, man. Just don't
Oh,
worry about it.
man.
Emperor's right there waiting. So Kolento's not opting to coin out the injured Blade Master. I think his plan is to go for the injured Circle and to coin Belcher. But
Yeah.
we'll have to see what he ends up doing.
Shade can be played this turn, and I think it probably will be, but it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, against Pyromancer.
Like, you know your opponent has the coin, and if he has any other spell, like even like Light of the Naru or of course Power Word Shield, then he's just gonna be able to kill it. This is kind of an awkward turn here for Kolento. He knew this was a risk going into the next turn. Basically, what he was almost hoping for was that this Wild Pyromancer got keepered, so he could Injured Blade Master circle and then trade off the Blade Master with the Keeper, and that would have been an okay position for him. But now that the Wild Pyromancer is on the board, if he uses Circle of Healing now, he'll actually do 1 damage to his entire board.
He could kill it with the coin afterwards, though, if you wanted. But keeping the coin for a Belcher or Cabal Shadow Priest is probably a bit better.
Yeah, it's
draws.
exactly.
So Orange can board clear if he wants to. I don't know if he wants to though, because the Lothab is just really strong at the moment, and
Yeah,
that prevents the opponent from playing things like coin power shield.
Yeah, and even if he board clears, he gives up his entire board here. So he's basically like he's basically giving the priest initiative, which is something you never want. In this matchup, you always want to have initiative as either player, because if the priest gets a board, then he can just heal up his entire board for pretty much forever. And if the druid gets initiative, then the priest will have to be able to deal with the board, plus hopefully develop some of his own board in the coming turns.
Do you agree with the attacking into the 4-3 though?
I think it kind of makes sense, because you're really afraid of like healing the Blade Master. But I see what you're getting at, because like the Lothab can trade into the Blade Master next turn, right?
And even if he heals, it's still 4 or 5, so it's not really gonna die. And it's like Priest that has any extra ping damage.
Oh.
So
2 Wild Pyromancers here. Like, what I'm curious about, though, is like, what's the value of them at this point besides the 3/2 body? I don't think he'll ever get to use them. He's obviously has, he kept the Circle of Healing for the Akanai, so it's obviously going to be for a board clear some point down the line when he feels threatened.
Yeah, I don't think.
with
Wow.
the clear.
Wow.
Wow, nice top
Pretty
deck.
good.
And next
Yeah.
turn he has the. Wow, this is just insane. Look at
This
the
guy's
curve.
deck is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Generally, Wild Pyromancer isn't really impactful in this matchup, so you might as well play it as 3/2s, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's that's what it is.
Yeah, Orange got kind of lucky here, drawing into the Ancient of Lore. It's exactly what he needed on turn 7 to refill his hand.
But he had it on turn 4.
Oh
Yes,
my
shotgun.
goodness.
Oh my
Double shredder for
That
turn 8.
is, this is crazy. Just play it on turn 8 and then force it after turn 9. How can Kolento deal with this?
I mean, there's an Akanai Circle if that can help at all, which it should be able to eventually.
should.
But you
Yeah,
might just have to play everything right now.
Yeah, the problem here is if you Akanize and just hero powers here, then he's it's kind of a risk for him, because if the Akanai is cleared, then he has no way to activate this circle. And I feel like Kolento, in order to like quote unquote come back into this game, he needs to be able to get a good Akanai circle off.
What if
He
you
can also
Akanai?
Dustle into maybe a Wrath, but that's not really up. He's going for Dust Hill.
Well,
he
yeah,
going for
a keeper of the
Dustkill?
Grove would do it, right?
Yeah, you're right, because he has a
Oh,
coin.
well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's gonna be forced to Arcanine here, though.
Arcanine circle here, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's it's bad, but at least he's alive, and he found really strong. Like the Sylvanas he just found here is gonna be a really big problem for Orange at the moment.
Sylvanas and Emperor, two of the best things you can thought steal, pretty much.
Yes.
Like Emperor and Priest, like even though typically it's too clunky, if Kolento can ever find a favorable position to just throw down the Emperor, like these combos will be even better here. Dr. Boom.
Well, there is a
that is Dr.
BGH.
7.
Yeah, Doctor 7 is balanced.
Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't. There's a BJ stuff, so, and he has 6 mana after. That actually is possible. So just hero power to one of the bombs, and then go for Shredder and Doctor. Well, BK Hunter.
You just punch the face as hard as possible to set up the Force of Nature Savage skill, I think.
Do you agree with the playing Shredder first out here?
Oh, it kind of makes sense because you'd rather the bombs hit the Shredder than hit the Azure Drake, right?
Well, they're gonna hit the Drake anyway, right? Is that how it
Of
works?
course. I guess that's how it works.
Or 3? Oh, 3 damage. Almost. Almost.
Wow, that was just. Oh wow. All right. Well, if that Shredder pops, Shadow Madness could come in handy.
Oh yes, definitely. Will it?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no, it didn't.
And is that just game over?
I think it
is.
might be.
It
Yeah.
is, unless he.
No, there's
Can
nothing.
Can you survive anyway? 26 damage. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's just game over.
Yeah, that's basically impossible. And it's, yes, Force of Nature Savage Roar will come down here. So unfortunately, Sylvanas won't do anything here, and Orange will take game 1. And I have to feel like it all has to do with. Wait, did he just?
Did I see a trade? Okay, no,
No.
I did not.
Alright.
I was really confused there for a second. Either it's the ultimate BM or just a misclick. All right, so Orange did in fact get the win, so that's 1-0 for him here. The Druid being locked out is going to allow Kolento to get potentially better matchups with the Priest, though, because he's going to be facing off against Warlock and Rogue. I know that Rogue is typically not an amazing matchup for Priest, but if anybody can pilot a Priest deck to a good win rate against that, it's probably Kolento at this point.
Yep.
Wow.
We're going into game number 2, and it's actually going to be Zoo against probably just a Control Warrior from Kolento, because there's Shield
Yeah,
Maidens,
it's
there's
Control
Pilot
Warrior. I'm
Shredders.
very surprised. It's
Yeah.
mid-range-ish Control Warrior too, with the Shredders instead
Oh.
of having all the 7s and 8s.
Does that just stop the Rogue? Did Kolento... No way Kolento targeted Rogue with this lineup. Well, no, with the Priest in there.
Yeah, I think Kolento might just... He is targeting Rogue in the sense that he's bringing the Warrior to beat the Rogue. But again, it just all kind of plays into this matchup, or this series between these two players is just so matchup based, because pretty much every deck that each player is bringing has a good matchup and a bad matchup.
It kind of feels like I'm watching Last Hero Standing at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of a slow start,
Oh man.
start by
It's
Kolento.
very slow.
Yeah, but yeah, at least he has this Shield Slam into this Death Spite or a Piloted Shredder. And he can follow that up with a variety of options.
Oh
No,
my
Death
goodness.
Spite.
Actually, that's really good right now for Clan. Deathbite's
Yeah.
gonna kill both Imp Gang Balls and everything comes out.
That's just gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna
It
kill
also
the Imp
kills
Gang
off
boss,
the.
the
It
spider
also
as
kills
well,
off
right?
the spiders. Yeah.
Unless Voidwalker is played the next turn, which I have to probably suspect will be. Oh, Void Color comes down though.
Ooh.
I don't think
does
that's
have
good, though.
demons.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
Would he be risky? I mean, he doesn't have really any other play besides live tapping, which he just did. So we'll go with the Voidwalker play here.
Wait, could he
Yeah.
play the Sea Giant next turn if things lined up? No, there's no way. Because then
No,
now the
there's-
Spider doesn't get popped. He would have been like 2 mana off. Well, Bane of Doom. I wonder
Unless
how big
Kolento
of a
doesn't
card that is
attack.
here. Yeah,
I
Unless
think it's
he
gonna
might
be
not.
doesn't
huge.
attack.
I think Bane of Doom is gonna be used the next turn. The most likely play I see here is just like a Piloted Shredder, right? And then the
and-
Spiders plus Bane of Doom will be able to trade it into the Shredder, and then Morganis will pop out.
And there's no
Oh my
BGH.
God.
What's he gonna do? What do you do without BGH here?
All right, the best card in the game.
Coming out. It's like gonna be. What is it gonna be? Flaming.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh man, this little gnome's going to wreck today. This is probably the best outcome for Kolento. He's getting a second better shredder almost at this point, and orange hits one of the worst. I mean, it's not a blood imp, mind you, but it's not the demon he wanted. At this point, I wonder if Voidwalker wouldn't have been more relevant, but
Yeah, just kind of almost unfair RNG here. Pretty much, orange got, I believe, either the third or fourth worst one. Like he would have preferred orange. It would be worse if he got like Mistress of Pain, Voidwalker, or Blood Imp. So I guess this is the fourth worst. Meanwhile, Kolento probably got either top 2 or top 1. Like maybe Explosive Sheep or Unstable Gold would have been better.
right.
But I think he'll take like pretty much the number 3 choice he would have gotten versus the worst, one of the worst choices
definitely.
that orange would have gotten.
The Siege Giant can't come down here.
It can, but after that,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's so
that-
vulnerable to a single counterplay from the warrior. You're gonna be in a world of hurt. Like one BGH, one cruel task execute, a shield slam even could come out at this point. A good armor up, shield block, shield
But
slam.
he doesn't
for
really have any other better plays, I think. What are the 6 drops? Can you? You don't want to. You definitely don't want to play Sylvanas here. Maybe you can Argus with the life tap.
What about Power of Whelming to kill the Shield Maiden, then you trade and play Void Caller, just as a body? I don't know.
Possibly. Just as a
Gonna see a Sea Giant.
Sea Giant
There it is.
and Ghost or Face.
and fortunately, Kolento doesn't have to answer.
No, he does not. But he can try to draw into it.
Yeah, isn't Shield
Maybe
Block an
execute,
answer
he's
here?
looking for Shield block, shield slam.
Because shield block will obviously draw shield slam, right?
It does, yeah,
Or
every
execute.
time.
Yeah, every time he does. Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I think he cheated. Well, honestly though, even if the Sea Giant stays up, at this point, it's sort of okay for Kolento. His board is not very vulnerable, and he's getting armor when he does trade stuff away.
He actually
Yeah,
have a better board right now than Orange, even with the Sea Giant.
Yeah. Also, like, there's no good way to clear off this armor smith. Like, you probably want to attack face here, right? You want to peel off some of that armor so that shield block, or rather shield slam, is a dead draw on the next turn.
You know that your opponent. Wait, do you know your opponent doesn't have it? I think so. You know your opponent
Yeah.
doesn't have shield slam,
100%
is there
he
any
doesn't have
reason to
shield slam.
attack face instead of going for a board? Because you want to really establish that board right now.
You do activate execute though, if you attack the armor smith and you lose out 8 damage. So that.
But he
might
would
be
have done
something
it,
he's
right?
considering. I don't know if he would have because.
He would have
Cruel
done it
Task
because he
plus
has
execute?
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Cruel task plus execute.
Goes for face.
For the face, Hunter mode enabled.
Yes,
Well, let's see
it's
what
Morgor.
Kolento finds here.
We hit face.
Yeah. Orc, no, stupid. All right. Well,
One
Kolento's
has
going
a
to be
lot
getting
of
some armor.
options
but-
for sure.
Yeah. I really like Cruel Taskmaster on the Shield Maiden, and then trade with the Cruel Task and the Shield Maiden away into the Sea Giant, then just play Sylvanas.
Yeah,
Actually, I like that
doesn't
play.
seem bad at all. You just get so much
Or
armor.
other ones you have is, going for a Ragnaros after killing Egg. Hope for the best.
Yes. That sounds like a
Yellow
great
red.
idea, Masan. If you want coaching from Masan, just hit me up. I'll hook you up with a good price.
Yeah,
Masan's coaching is
Guys,
basically, I would play Ragnaros here. But I'm like, Masan, this is turn 1 and I'm a druid player.
Well,
Why
no
am I playing
problem.
Ragnaros?
Because you're gonna join to innervate, right?
Yeah. All right, he
Yeah, he
does go
doesn't
for
want
the
to
trade
connect.
here. I think it makes a lot of sense. Now, if he makes if he attacks the egg here, he gets punished somewhat because of the
Now.
follow-ups. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Will
don't
we
want to do
see
that.
a YOLO play here?
Oh
with
my
the
goodness.
power overwhelming play,
Yeah. Sylvanas, power overwhelming. On the Sylvanas, trade into the Cruel Taskmaster, and hope for the 50-50 that you steal your opponent's Sylvanas.
if you do, how far ahead are you?
You probably want to just go for the power. If you want to do that, I think I'd rather go for power overwhelming on Argus and kill Sylvan. So hopefully he takes your own power overwhelmed Argus.
Yeah, but you can use
That'd
it
be
for a
better
turn
50-50.
though, right? He's got a turn to use it.
Yep. Power overwhelming.
Yeah, there's no YOLO play. I have to say I'm
Yeah.
quite disappointed, but it's a more stable play with PO and then trade pretty much everything away.
Hmm.
Actually, yeah. How does he sacrifice Sylvanas afterwards? Kolento can't.
Here it goes. Oh.
Oh, that
I'm
was
a little
interesting.
disappointed.
Yeah, that's what he has to do. Sylvanas that way can't be enabled right now, and he might be able to steal her almost guaranteed next turn.
Yeah,
He
and
might be able to.
yeah, if a legendary even comes down, then it will also be guaranteed that that orange will actually steal this Grom.
Oh,
Oh my.
goodness.
Or Sylvanas.
Actually, no. Oh
Actually,
wait.
no. This void
Oh,
collar
wait
is
a
actually
minute.
making that difficult.
Yes.
What? Oh my god! Is this real? Is this hand real? No, you can't trade away the Void card. What if the Void Terror comes out? Look at this Void Terror.
This is actually really awkward. Like, orange doesn't want this void collar to have an effect.
No, you just power overwhelm your Void card into Grom, then you play Sylvan. No, you can't do that. Oh man, there's like one PO missing. But if this
Oh,
summons
yeah.
the Void Terror, he's gonna be. Because the Void Collar was played first, right? Or
No,
after?
Sylvanas was played first.
Oh, then it's great. He wins
Yeah,
every
this is
single
fine.
time. This is perfect for him.
Yeah, you can just tap, and then
Sylvanas.
Yeah.
yeah, Sylvanas power overwhelming.
Oh,
I'm-
Where's your
Unfortunately-
execute?
Yeah, unfortunately you don't get the charge, but I think he'll take this.
still get the charge. It's just opponent's
Now-
turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Now Masan, what's the play here? Tell me what the play is.
Oh wow!
Execute. And red.
And
When in doubt.
Execute and reg. There's no other play. It's just so
Oh.
good play. I think this won him the game right now. Right here.
I don't even.
That tough
Actually,
deck though. Holy crap.
that's not bad. Oh wow! What a
Wow,
top
that's a
deck.
counter.
Yeah.
yeah, I would
It
say
can be
it's, yeah,
countered.
it's still anyone's game now because Orange is playing more of the mid-range zoo.
Nah. Nah, I would say the Kolento is still by
Okay.
far favorite right now.
Well, he just got a top deck shield block, so yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Hindsight
Kill
is pretty
the-
good.
Mhm.
What is hindsight?
Yeah.
How do you hind? Alright, so I guess the Acolyte pen will come out to eat up those boombot hits.
Yep. In case Rag hits a boom. Oh, no, he
Oh,
doesn't.
no.
Wait a minute, that's even better.
Yeah, that's actually even better than what he had.
Yeah, that's even better. Oh my god.
You know, the implosion would be great if you could get a Void Caller out with Mal'Ganis. But he's gonna opt for Flood the Board approach.
Which makes sense. He has a lot of death rolls here, and I don't see a way that Kolento can pull Void Color right now.
Well, this is a predicament.
Yeah, that's actually a bit annoying for Kolento.
It's a very annoying, actually.
Don't you just punch face and play Baron Geddon?
I think I will kill off the... Wait,
Oh,
no, I think I'll
this is too
kill off
dangerous.
the Owl and get Emperor down.
Yeah,
Hero power.
I think
Just
it's
play a little
better tempo
slower.
play.
What does the Emperor really do, though?
It reduces the cost of Baron Geddon to where you can play an Armor Smith and an Armor Up on the same turn.
Wow. Wow, that boom hit.
The Hero
So-
Acolyte.
So Noxious, he's definitely gonna draw Armor Smith next turn, right?
Yeah, he is, of course. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wait, does that do
Oh,
anything?
that's
It
doesn't.
unfortunate.
it
It
does
doesn't do
nothing.
anything this turn, but it brings out the Mal'Ganis, so you can knife tap for free, and Implosion is kind of bossy.
Whoa. If the Boombot hits Emperor for 3.
Wow,
And it's
play
free
him.
too.
I
You can
am
play
mind
everything
blown.
here.
He can
Flame is-
vomit his hand.
Yeah, Flamin is actually a really good draw here.
It's the
It's
best.
a 5-4.
And he
and
hits
the
for
3.
3.
Oh no.
Oh, Kolento.
All of a sudden, everything's just going so wrong for Kolento.
And Baron Geddon needs to find his assistant, the Whirlwind, to do anything here. Or a BGH, you know, that would also help.
Or even a silence would have been good here, but yeah.
You just have to pray and.
Oh, I think this is gonna kill Mal'Ganis, right?
I mean,
This is
every target here.
It's
every
either
target
bunnies
here
or
is
it's
bad.
an egg. It's either best or worst, right?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Rag is
no.
gonna go face.
Oh wait, it's
I think 7 times out of 8 it hits Mal'Ganis. That's what I vote for. That's where I cast my vote.
The funny thing here is
cast on
if
egg.
if Kolento plays Baron Geddon
And it hits Mal'Ganis first.
yeah,
Goodbye
if-
board.
exactly.
Oh, you're right.
Then Kolento would be winning. So Kolento actually with this play he has a 1 in 7 chance of just the worst one. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's game. Oh wow, that Mal'Ganis for orange did so much work. And Kolento chooses death. Doesn't even want to go through the process of getting punched in the face repeatedly by little 1/1s. Oh well, that's unfortunate. So Orange is gonna be 2-0 up against Orange. Yes, that's right. Against Kolento, and Kolento's got all his lineup left, but Orange is down to his one.
Yep. Oh
Is
my
there any
god.
Wait,
Let's look at the starting hands. Hold up. There's
Wait
a
a
Hungry Dragon
minute.
here.
Yes, Dragon Rogue. I believe it's Maligod. I
And you know what?
believe.
What?
I think Rogue, this actually makes sense. I think Hungry Dragon is probably best, in my opinion, either in Rogue or in Paladin. Just
Paladin,
because
yeah.
it has weapons, or these classes do have weapons like the Light's Justice and just the simple dagger that can clear off the 1-drops that Hungry Dragon summons.
Yeah, it's the deck I've had the most fun with since the advent of the Dragon. The BRM has been Dragon Rogue with double Azure Drake, double Hungry Dragon, and Malagos as a it's kind of an old school finisher, really.
It also kind of makes sense. As Rogue has so many AoEs that they usually run 2 Fenna Knives and 2 Blade Flurries,
Mhm.
and those little 1-drops are gonna pop. It's gonna die instantly usually.
I think it's actually really good against Warrior as well, because the way you win this matchup, Rogue versus Warrior, is that you put mint on the board that your opponent can't deal with early.
What was the worst 1-drop could come out? Oh,
I want to say Kolento's face.
that's
Oh,
not
he did.
good.
That's somewhat average.
Yeah, but now the Hungry Dragon doesn't die. It's just not dying.
Death is not upon it.
It's one of the much better ones than average, I think, because
Yeah,
usually in average
definitely.
I'd say you get 2-1.
Yeah, well, on average, I'd say.
You get garbage. I can tell you.
Yeah.
You get a 1-1.
Well,
You get
I
a
think-
1-1. That's
Yeah,
it.
generally, I think Argent Squire is one of the best 1-drops
Mhm.
that your opponent can get. But in this situation, when the Rogue has a dagger equipped, it's actually not too great.
Oh wow, there's a Fan of Knives play. So Fan of Knives would I don't know, there's three possible line of plays for orange. And I like pretty much all of them. It's just that with the Drake coming up next turn, it feels like sticking like keeping the damage spells would be a lot better, especially with the prep.
I kind of like just fighting for board here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is the possibility of prep sprint, but I think you can save that for a later turn.
Yeah, you don't even need to do it until you're in need of cards. Right now, you don't really need.
Yeah, I really like the Fan of Knives. Like you could even, if you wanted, go for the prep. Oh, don't prep backstab. Okay,
Oh.
he's not. I was like, there's no way he preps backstab. He's gonna keep the backstab for what comes out of the shredder. Hopefully it's enough, because sometimes 2-3s come out. The Monty
Sure.
Berserker. Oh, no problem.
Oh, okay, not
Yeah.
bad.
No problem.
Yeah, great sequencing as well. Just having the backstab just in case something bad came out. And yeah, this is actually looking decent for Orange. I mean, the Sludge Belcher is going to be annoying, but at least Orange has some kind of follow-up, either the Drake or the Sludge Belcher or the Sprint.
Probably just Belcher.
Yeah,
So you want to
exactly.
protect that 3-3 against 3-5. Otherwise, it's so unfair to trade.
Harrison
Oh.
Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Harrison's going to be used here, though. You really want to save it.
Taskmaster on Belcher to kill Belcher is so good. You're gonna gate 3 from this at least, right?
Look at the value. Yeah, 3 armor points just off of a single Cruel Task play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even
No.
more because the Sludge Belcher is hidden, or rather, the Armor Smith is hidden behind the Sludge Belcher.
Yeah. So there's a hidden Goldshire Footman within the Belcher.
Go with the Blade Flare here.
You know, sometimes I wonder, was a slime a Goldshire Footman before it got eaten up? Like, is that what happens when you get digested? You just turn into a slime?
Oh, wow! I
What?
didn't even think about that.
What?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yes.
Could be
Oh well.
I think he was
No.
overly mind-blown. He's like, oh god,
Yeah.
my world
I
has
was like-
changed.
Yeah, I was like, Masan, is there like an amazing play that I don't see here?
That's not it at all. He's just like, oh
it's
man,
just that. Oh my god, that's what it is. It's like,
that's a melted Goldshire Footman.
Well, Baron get an easy play here.
Yeah, I think so
Very
too. And
good.
this is gonna
Clear,
put a little bit of pressure, a little bit to say the least, actually. On oh, never mind, change of plans. No pressure was
Whoa.
had on this day.
yeah, just to be
Yeah,
straight.
those top decks. But you know
It's
what?
damage.
Dr. Boom is always going to be the answer here.
For,
Is it?
against a rogue,
I mean,
you
I would
mentioned
actually
that,
just
right?
go with Grommash here.
Oh yeah,
Or-
Grom even here is
or
fine.
Rag.
But sound like, well, we can play Rag, so why
Yeah,
don't we
right.
play Rag? I mean, we're setting up lethal with Grom afterwards with Cruel Task,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
If it
Like,
hits face.
all the cards, like this is pretty much the previous turn is pretty much the perfect hand as Control Warrior going to turn 8. Like these are basically all the cards that you want, right?
Yeah.
They're the best cards in the game against Rogue. You can't really sap Ragnaros because it'll just come back down. You can't sap Dr. Boom because you just give your opponent more boom bots. Your weapons are all locked out because of Harrison Jones, and then you're threatening lethal because of Grom and Cruel Taskmaster.
Did you see that beautiful game of ping pong?
Yep.
It's called table
Too bad
tennis.
it didn't hit the.
Not
Oh,
just-
table tennis. My apologies. Wait, how much damage is that coming from? Actually, he's dead
Not-
if he doesn't kill the Dr. Boom, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that.
Well, he will soon
It looks like he's gonna kill it, attacking.
if he
into bomb
makes a
first.
trade. I think he does make the trade here. He does
Or
not.
Oh no. Well,
Oh.
Kolento
No.
takes this game.
I think the reasoning was, I've seen one Cruel Task, and he can't play Whirlwind on the back of Lothab. So the only out he's got to kill me right now would have to be a
Yeah.
second Cruel Taskmaster, which is very unlikely with the amount of card draw that Kolento's had this game. So I think that was a good call from Orange, despite the fact that he lost the game. And Kolento's going to be up one game in this match here. So he has a chance to equalize, but his lineup isn't looking amazing.